Hello, everybody. This is the maiden voyage of the Captain and Toenail and Toots. Not toenail, toenail. Very French. The captain here, he's gonna be with us all the time because he's the lead person here. But we're gonna. I'm Toenail. Toots is behind the camera. That's what we call her anyway. And this channel is going to be about just having a good time, just some lighthearted stuff about corgis, about pups, about dogs, about current events, whatever comes up. Ollie's up for anything, the captain here. The reason he's the captain, by the way, is he's a Pembroke Welsh Corgi. And coming from Wales, we need to get him a British captain's hat, and we did. And then when we did, we realized, oh, he's something special here. So we needed the Captain Toenail to come into being. So here we are. Now today we wanted to offer everyone something that few people have ever heard. And it's the true story about where corgis originated, how they originated, and how they've come to be the second or third most popular dog breed in America. And how they came about was, a long time ago, there was a garden. And there was a couple, a guy and a girl. They were living in this garden, this paradise. I think their name was Adam and her name was Eve. And they, don't bite me, buddy. And they were living in this garden. And this snake came along and befriended Eve and talked her into stealing some fruit. Well, that was stupid. And they got Adam to do it too. Well, God really got pissed. And he kicked them both right out, evicted them right out of the garden. But a couple of days later, he felt really bad about what he had done. So he gifted them each a corgi. Adam got the male corgi. Eve got the female corgi. And before you know it, there was like thousands of corgis, then hundreds of thousands, and then millions. They were all over. They were overpopulating North America and Canada and Central America. And the reason they were there is the Garden of Eden was originally where Las Vegas is today. And that's why they ended up there. It's a shame. But anyway, they quit biting me, corgi. They like to nip a little bit. That's something about the corgis. So when they got out, they came across this day where it just started raining. It wasn't a light rain. This was torrential rain. It was bad. It looked like it was going to flood everything. The head corgis, the Max corgis, they thought that the whole earth was going to flood. So they all climbed to the highest points they could, the Space Needle and Vegas and the Golden Arches and all the McDonald's and the Empire State Building. They went anywhere where they could get high and escape the water. So the flood came and boy, it wiped out everything. But when the water subsided, the corgis went back to land and they decided, not bad, we're here, we're alive, still plenty of food. They were doing great. And then lo and behold, what happens? A bunch of dinosaurs show up. Dinosaurs were everywhere. Corgis are a herding breed. They herd things. Well, corgis can't herd dinosaurs. They got squished and stepped on and eaten. It was terrible. It was a bloodbath. They decided they had to get away. Somehow they had to escape. Lo and behold, the head corgis, we call them the great corgis, they came across this old man. This guy was like 600 years old, and he had built this big, huge boat. I think his name was Noah. And they talked Noah into selling him this huge boat. And the problem was when the corgis went to see the boat, it stunk so bad of animals and animal droppings that they loved it. They were rolling around in it and playing in it. They just thought it was the greatest thing. So they bought this boat and they loaded it up with corgis, every corgi that they could find in North America. And what do you think happens? They had no idea how they were going to go anywhere. The boat was on land. A freaking meteor hits the earth. It hits the earth, and in a matter of minutes, all the dinosaurs are wiped out. The earth is flooded. This boat, this ark is lifted up, and it sails across what is called the Atlantic Ocean. Well, when they landed, when they came upon dry land, when the water receded, they found themselves in Wales. And they thought, wow, this is cool. They're over in Wales. Now they got a new life. So what they decided is that they would be called Pembroke Welsh Corgis. and they would pan out from Wales all over the world and become like pets for people. Can you believe it? Pets, these corgis, this intelligent breed. What do you think, buddy? You think so? And that's what they've done. Now they're everywhere. They're in homes everywhere. They're everywhere you look. You see a corgi. You can't watch TV or see an ad without seeing a corgi in it. It's great. And that's the history of corgiism. Now, what their plan is, I have no idea. I personally think it's world domination, and they're just waiting for the signal, and it hasn't happened yet. But anyway, that's our first clip. We just wanted to give you the true story of the origin of the corgis. Anyway, now, we hope you come back because we're going to have fun with a lot of things. We're certainly going to talk about corgis. This guy, he has to talk about a lot of things. But remember something. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button. Subscribe if you'd like, because we're going to have a lot of stuff in the future. And remember, love will keep us together.